Well, on one platform, the other one hasn't gone live yet. So funny. It's like this is spinning and this is spinning. It's kind of fun. And I'm not really into technology all that much. So being able to have it as a gift to be able to connect with you is pretty freaking awesome. And how does it get any better than that? Um, so just a wee little something in today's musings and contributions, because I do these once in a while. The last few days, one of my favorite concepts and quotes. I'm not sure who it's from, but I've heard it in so many settings that is just so wonderful. Just show up like rain. Just show up. Just be you and rain. When the rain falls on rocks, when people aren't necessarily receiving what you have to say, okay, they just stay the same. They stay rocks. But when you show up and you rain on a field, when you rain on a tree, when you rain on a bush, when you rain on some flowers that may still have their little seeds tucked in underground, maybe even under the snow, who knows? When you show up and you rain, in other words, when you're being you, with no point of view about how it is, with nothing to prove, and you just show up. It doesn't matter whether you call yourself a facilitator. I'm an access consciousness facilitator. Doesn't have anything to do with that. Doesn't have anything to do with if you're a mom or a dad or you have this degree or that degree or title or label or whatever. No, you just show up and you be you. And you just keep being you. And whoever is willing to perceive and receive the invitation, that nurturing, that gift that the rain is, will blossom and flourish with no point of view about changing anyone or anything. I love that. I love that so much. There is such a space of relaxation, of not having to show up in a particular way, of not having to get anything right, of not having to get all your ducks in a row. And the way my brain works, anything in a row doesn't generally work very well anyway. And I'll usually stop myself from showing up and from raining because I'm not wearing the right outfit, or I'm not, I don't have my makeup on, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. Well, how often have we stopped ourselves from being the contribution that we've come to be in the world because of all those becauses that we put as little speed bumps on the way? What if it didn't matter? And what if showing up and being us, wherever we be it, however we be it, because it's an adventure. As Dr. Dane here, one of my favorite people on the planet, says in his book, Being You, Changing the World, that being us is an adventure. It isn't this is the way I'm going to present myself. No, that's a facade that we put on. That isn't rain. That's kind of toxic because it's filled with judgments. It's filled with, well, they'll only receive me if I see things, if I show things in this particular way. If you're just being you, truly just being you, there is an ease and a relaxation and a beauty and a welcoming and a softness, a vulnerability, if you will, that's available that most of the world doesn't recognize. There's some people, and some people might call it presence, some people might call it gratitude, some people might say you just show up in love. To me personally, there's different judgments and expectations attached to certain words, I suppose. So for me, it's just showing up and being. And it's such a gift when we're willing to be that. When we're willing to do that, there is something totally distinct that's available. And the gift of being is, wow, it goes beyond any logic, beyond any cognition, beyond anything that you could imagine, and something that's not that frequently spoken about in the world. If you Pick up a book like the Being You Changing the World book, which is one of my favorite books on the planet. It's wonderful. There are so many tools. If you go to an Access Consciousness bars class, foundation class, they're wonderful. You have so many tools. But beneath the tools, beyond them, there is an energy. There is a space. There's a book that I love by Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, the How to Become Money workbook. And the copy that I have is like one of the first, not the first edition, but the first, spiral bound kind of notebook before it was prettily published. And I look at it and I go, damn, best 88 pages on the planet. That there's so much space, there physically, and it's just 88 pages. Yet there is such a space and an energy and a consciousness that's available between and beneath the words. In other words, the space of possibilities, the space of being that we be, the energy that's available, the invitation is just phenomenal. And there is so much of that available in all interactions. It doesn't matter if you're making you're smiling at someone when you're going to the grocery store, or you're making a little graphic and you're posting it, a meme, a joke, a pretty graphic, with a quote or whatever that you may be putting on your social media. It's this interaction. It's this raining onto, be it fields or rocks or volcanoes or deserts or whatever you're being. You're inviting, but not by force, not by push, just by, I'm here. This is lovely. What else is possible here? And it isn't from what I used to do a lot. When I found the Access Consciousness tools, it was more like, you've got to do this. This is amazing. Access, you get empowered to know that you know. No, it's a different kind of energy when you can receive as much from the spaces between the words, from the beautiful energy that's in every situation. That's the vibe that you pick up on and you broadcast out. That's bringing more ease to the world. To me, that is the essence of facilitating. It is, I see you, and what you're choosing is cool. May not be what I choose, but if it works for you, cool. And what else is possible? Being that space, being that allowance, being that invitation, there's no force involved. There's no push. There's no, you have to do things in any particular way. They got this their way. And you got things your way. And you're being relaxed about it all invites them to be more relaxed. I think we'd really live in a different world entirely if more of us would truly relax into being, would truly embrace that this isn't a world of push or force, that there is such a difference available to us if we're willing to be it and to have it. I came across something that I posted a couple of years ago, I guess, and maybe I'll post it beneath this video wherever you see it. But I wrote, the invitation of Access Consciousness, in my point of view, is to be present, to be us, and to be empowered to know that we know. The thing for me about facilitating, whether a class, a conversation, a graphic, a session, or an interaction in a chat, or whichever really, is empowering others to know that they know. to know that they got this. Not from proving that I'm brilliant or perfect or that I've got all my kittens in a row. Ah, it wasn't even ducks, it was kittens. Or that I've got this. No, I'm getting this. See, I haven't reached the end of the road. I haven't reached perfection. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm shifting, I'm changing every day in every moment. And that's the gift and the beauty for me of living on this planet. So it is my journey, and each day using the tools or even simply being quiet and being present, I'm getting this more and more. I'm not even sure how to express that other than being space and allowance and trust and awe and gratitude. We simply facilitate from where we are, being us. George Bernard Shaw once said, "I'm not a teacher, only a fellow traveler of whom you ask the way. I pointed ahead of myself as well as you." We don't have to get anything perfect. We don't have to get anything perfectly right. You just have to show up and reign, show up and be. And whatever grows, grows. And whatever doesn't, doesn't. But if we don't begin, we can't be the gift of the rain and the possibilities that might make some more bloom in this world. Take it out of gloom and into bloom. So what else is possible? I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, perhaps. And like I said yesterday, I'll just continue randomly popping in and playing with these musings and contributions because it's kind of fun. How does it get even better than that? Mwah. Thank you, and have a great night or morning or wherever you are. Bye, guys.